Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So since Valentine's Day is coming up, I thought I'd tell you all some story times that have to do with the times I got my heart crushed, or when boys went out of their way to, impress me and things of the sort. So this story time takes place in middle school. So middle school, let me just give you guys some background about like how I was in middle school. So first, I went to school with like a group of my friends that we had known each other since elementary school, and we went to one of the middle schools in the area, but it wasn't the middle school we were supposed to go to. Like, I don't know if you guys know about feeder patterns, but in my county they had this feeder pattern thing going on. So like after elementary school, everybody would go to the same middle school or the same high school. But we wanted to be different, and we went to middle school like was maybe it was in a different town, but it wasn't that far. Like, it was pretty close. So I went there for 1 year, and then after that I changed to the school I was supposed to go to after elementary school the first time, and that's where most of my friends from elementary school were at. But by that time, I don't know, like I'm not a shy person, but I'm a Gemini. May 21st, shout out to Gemini team, gang, okay. But by that time, I wasn't shy, but I could have the tendencies to be shy. Either I was just like really outgoing and I was like that friend, or I was really shy. But because I had switched schools and I was a new girl and I didn't have my group of friends that we were like really comfortable with each other, when I went to the new school, I was like really shy sometimes. It just depended who I was around, how shy or like how outgoing I would be. In my PE class, I would say I was like half and half. I wasn't super shy, but I wasn't super like talking to everybody like I probably would be in a different setting. And that's because I had like a couple of friends in the PE class. And those couple of friends, they were pretty cool friends, we just do stupid stuff, stupid middle school stuff. And this was like 7th grade, by the way. So in that class, there was this boy, we're gonna call him, I gotta think of new names because I done used all my names, my fake names in my other story times. We're gonna call him Chegg because there's a check box right there. Now Chegg, he did go to the same elementary school as I did, and but I hadn't seen him since then. And when we were in the same elementary school, we weren't friends like that. I just remember seeing him. So Chegg, now he got real chunky and he was taller than me, and he wasn't ugly, but he's not like, he was cute. He had like a real baby face. So I wasn't interested in him off bat because I had like this type that I liked. Like back then I was real into like the new boys looking type of boys, light skin. They didn't have to be light skin, but if you look like that, you was probably gonna catch my eye. I liked all kinds of boys, but like that type of look, and if you dress like that, I really liked that. So Chegg, he was cute. He had like a cute face, but he was just chubby. Like he had he had titties, all of that. So when I would talk to him in PE, we would just talk as friends because he was a funny person, and he was that type of boy who liked to give hugs. Like in middle school, he was the can I get a hug type of nigga, but he wasn't there yet. Like we were slowly getting into our roles as what part of the food chain we would be in high school, and you could just tell he was gonna be that person. Well, yeah, he used to like hug me all the time, and because he was chunky and fluffy, the hugs felt nice. I was just like, oh, okay, you hugging me, whatever. And lo and behold, I started to like develop a little crush on him just based off of the fact that he would always want to hug me. Like when I tell you guys, I was like, boys didn't like me back then. I just wasn't the conventional look that they were going for. I was wearing my hair natural at the time. Nobody was really doing that. It was either braids or weave or whatever. So I just wasn't it, in their opinion. I was not the girl to be to lust after. So I could take what I could get. Okay, I was like, oh, he likes me. Okay, I kind of feel him a little bit, whatever. But of course, I was over my dead body. Was I gonna tell him? Yeah. And then so also around this time, I had a friend and her brother. They were like good family friends, and we had been in Girl Scouts together as well. And their mom would drop them off at our apartment because at the time we lived in an apartment, and our school, the middle school, was real close. Like we would walk to school every day. So their mom would drop them off over there, and we would walk to school together. So maybe like a week, or no, maybe like 2.5 weeks down the line, my friend that got dropped off, her and her brother got dropped off, and I was telling her about how I kind of low-key had a crush on him, like, you know, just a little thing. I was like, don't tell nobody, okay, because it's like, it's this much, you know. And of course I'm not gonna tell him about it because I don't know if he likes me back, and also it's a little embarrassing, but it's just a little crush. And of course, you know, she said she wasn't gonna tell, but you know, she probably did anyway. So, you know, the next time that she comes to walk to school with me and my brother, she was like, Kayla, guess what? Somebody likes you. And I'm like, somebody, who? Who said that?
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
That's exactly how it was. Like, I just could not believe it. So of course I'm getting excited because, like I said, nobody back then ever liked me like that, boy wise, or anybody that was worth like getting excited over. So yeah, she was like, oh, so Chegg said that he kind of likes you too, and I told him that you were liking him, and I was like, why would you tell him that? Like, it was a mixed feeling because I was happy that she told him because I was happy that he liked me back, but I also was so embarrassed. I'm just like, why would you tell him? So I was just kind of like feeling both of those things. So I was just like, crap, like I can't go to school now because I'm nervous. Like, I just felt like so awkward because before, when him not knowing, I felt like I could talk to him easy because it was just my little secret, you know. I didn't really care. But now that he knew, I just felt like it was gonna be super obvious. Well, obviously it was gonna be obvious, but I just was super nervous to talk to him now that he knew, even though he did say that he liked me back too. So I don't know, you know, just being stupid in middle school. So yeah, we get to school, and of course I'm acting super shy. I was like super scared to talk to him. I was just so stupid. And I mean, eventually we did, because we had PE together, so we had to see each other, and you know, we just hung out together, but we would hang out with our friends, so it wasn't even like we would be alone. Like, it wasn't a real boyfriend and girlfriend situation. It's like as close as you could get to a boyfriend girlfriend situation in the 7th grade, okay? Like, I'm sure you all have had those little boyfriends or whatever, and it was, you look back on it now and it's like, what was that? That was so stupid. It was like that. So, you know, we wouldn't even, I couldn't even tell y'all what we did because it was just that dumb. Like, we would probably, you know, walk in the hall together a few times, and I think he visited my class a few times, and we would walk in the hall, we would hold hands, and then of course everybody was like, oh, you guys, you're dating. I'd be like, yeah. And I didn't tell my mom because I just, like, I mean, I wasn't allowed to date back then, and I don't know how they would have reacted if I told them. I don't know if they would have made a big deal out of it, but from what I understood, I was not to come home talking about I got a boyfriend, okay? Even though, like, really at the time, it's like, I don't know why y'all give me this rule because nobody likes me. Like, who wants to date me? So moving on down the line, like I said, we weren't really even doing anything, but of course he's supposed to be my boyfriend, so you know, if he decided to cheat on me, I'm still gonna be upset. Like, I wasn't doing nothing for him, but no other girl was supposed to be doing nothing for him. So this so Chegg, he was kind of known for talking to girls that were a little younger and, you know, a lot paler than me, and you know, a lot of the boys would make fun of him for it, but he was that type of person who he just did what he wanted to. Like, he didn't really care. I mean, I'm sure he did care to a certain extent, but from the outside looking in, it seemed like he didn't care. So yeah, when he started dating me, a lot of the boys were just like, oh, you're dating a black girl and stuff, right? And he was just like, yeah. And I would just be there like, okay. You know, I didn't know what to say. So yeah, so it's lunchtime, and during my middle school they had different periods. No, it wasn't lunchtime. No, it was early in the morning, and like I told you all, I used to walk to school with my old friend and her brother. And the way we would come into the school, because the school had the front entrance and the back entrance, and the back entrance had where the buses were. We called it the bus loop because it was like in the shape of a loop, and it was like covered, so if it started raining, so it was like a designated area for the buses to come, and you could get through back that way if you walked to school. And where my apartment was, it was like a little further down, but the road would come straight up the back towards the back of the school. So that's the way we would walk. And so we come up that way, and when you're coming through the back of the school, there's the big courtyard, like where the PE courtyard was, and just everybody would hang out before school would start. So we come up with me and my friend, and yeah, so there's a whole bunch of commotion because, you know, boys are playing basketball, girls are sitting down talking about God knows what, you know, the older kids, the younger kids, everybody's just mixing around doing whatever they do. So we walking, and you know, I'm just looking around because you know there's just a lot to look at, and I see Chegg. So Chegg, he's like I said, he's a cute, like he has a cute face, but he stands out because he had glasses and he was a little bit taller, and obviously he was bigger than most of the kids. So I seen him, and especially because he was in a group of these 6th grade little white girls, and obviously compared to him, they're tiny, so you could see him. So I'm just like, girl, hold up. Look, there's Chegg. I'm just like, there's Chegg, there's my little boo thing, you know. And he's talking to one of these girls in particular, and we're just watching him from afar, and he proceeds to start holding hands with this girl, and his back is towards me, so obviously he doesn't see me looking at him. So I'm just watching him, and you know, guys, this is middle school. Like, what was I about to do? You know, key his car? Like, I ain't got no keys and he ain't got no car. Well, I have keys, but he ain't got no car to key. So I mean, what was I supposed to do? I should have ran up there and been like, what are you doing? But I was kind of shy, you know. I wasn't that type of person. Like, I don't know how to explain how I was, because I was shy, but I wasn't shy. But anyway, yeah, so we just jotted notes. I was just like, oh really? So this is what we're doing now? Okay. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna break up with him because this is ridiculous and blah 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 blah, blah. Talking mad crap, right? So then it comes to around lunchtime, and no, I think I had seen him in the hallway before, but I didn't say nothing to him. So of course he was like tripping because he didn't know what was going on, and he just thought that I was tripping. But I was like, of course you acting like you don't know, but you how soon you forget that you was hugging up some girl in the courtyard and embarrassing me. So yeah, I'm talking to my friends. I'm just like, okay, so how am I gonna do this? Because I need to break up with him. Like, I need to let him know that this is not okay. This is a travesty. And lunchtime comes, and I don't know why, I just didn't want to talk to him, because I was like, how should I break up with him? Like, I don't want to do it over a text, and I don't want to say it to his face because that's embarrassing and blah 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 blah. Not that it's embarrassing, but I just didn't know how he would act. And cause y'all, like, man, I just thought I was hot shit. Like, I thought he was gonna break down and cry and stuff. Oh Jesus. But anyway, so we're in the lunch hall, and there's different lunches. And what I mean by different lunches is like there's lunch 1, lunch 2, lunch 3, which are different time slots for like a set amount of the students to go have lunch. So I think we had like lunch 1 and lunch 2 together, but he sat with his friends and I sat with mine. And I was trying to tell him to pass him a note. I was like, that's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna pass a note, and I would tell him that we're done. But y'all, I didn't even get to pass him the note, because before that, I guess people were telling him what I was saying and how I was acting. But before I could pass dude a note, some random friend of his that I didn't really recognize comes up to me and tells me he said that he wants to break up with me because I'm crazy. I'm crazy? I was like, what? But you know, I had to save face because this is middle school. This is a dog eat dog world, okay? They gonna make fun of you forever, you know, in my head, if you don't act a certain way. So I was just trying to act like I didn't give a crap. I was like, oh,
it's okay, you know, I'm a real nigga, okay? Real niggas don't get hurt, okay?
like, bye for him. And I was just like, I was gonna break up with him anyway.
I'm gonna break up with him anyway, so I don't care. He just did it for me.
So yeah, that was the time that I dated a boy for a whole week. Okay, it was so stupid. And it's funny because like years down the line, like after we like got maybe to our senior year of high school, I saw him on Instagram, and of course he was doing the same thing with these like really young white girls, which, you know, it's your do what you gotta do, I guess, but it's just a little strange, you know, just a little bit. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time, and there should be more Valentine's themed story times to come, and stay tuned for my Valentine's Day look video. Can't wait for you guys to see it, and love you guys. See you next time. Bye.